What's the next easiest? We can try to make a daily apps team. I would like to get that done. God damn it. There's kill a 3-star legendary. Level up mole miner. Cultist. Alright. Oh, sweet, we got someone right away actually this time. Screw it, we'll just do the daily. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're going. 2 people already. But yeah, on release it was pretty broken. Even now it's still pretty broken, but it's getting better. They constantly are improving it. They're adding the pit, like Pittsburgh, to it next month, I think. So like even, I think it's been out for like 4 or 6 years or something like that. Even now they're adding to it, so that's pretty cool. And then the MMO aspect of it with Fallout is pretty cool as well, but it'd be nice if there was more. So this is like pretty much, I don't know if anyone here plays Destiny, but a picture like Strikes in Destiny. Like on the top right's our objective, we've just gotta try to do it as fast as possible.
Critical that we keep our lines secure. I've tracked down interceptors in your AO. Take them out. And try to stay quiet, alright? The opposition here is stronger than usual. I don't want anyone getting killed out there.
Yeah, I played a crap load of Destiny 1. And that's, I would argue, why I played less Destiny 2. It's because I played so much Destiny 1. And they're so similar. But yeah, no, I did everything in the original Destiny. I think I did all the raids, all that. Maybe I didn't get the last one, the last DLC. I did the first couple raids in Destiny 1. And then, Destiny 2, when it first came out, I grinded it. And I did all the base content, but there wasn't that much, honestly. Like, I felt like I did everything, I did the raid, and after doing all that, I just kind of got burned out, because it just wasn't content, and then by the time the next update came, I never got back into it. I was so busy to it. So yeah, Destiny 2, I beat all the original in-game content, but I've missed like a dozen DLCs by this point. Yeah, Nappy and me would take turns doing strikes in college. That was a good time. Yeah, Destiny was solid. I have a lot of friends that still play Destiny 2. I tried to get back into it a couple months ago, but I don't know. I think I'm just so far behind at this point that it just... I couldn't get hooked back in. I used to be really good, I was adequate, I would say, at raids and whatnot, but I was really good at Crucible. I used to have some crazy clip montages on the, what's it, 360 that had Destiny 1? Is that right? But I had some just crazy clip montages of me wrecking Crucible with a fusion rifle in Destiny 1. That would have been the Xbox One, right? Wow, the Xbox One's been around for a while. Take the hit. Oh no, they got him. I can't hit him. Oh. Nope. This would be the bugginess of the game. I'm just struggling to hit the fucking button we need. Crucible was fun, yeah. Honestly, the whole game was fun. I know most of my friends hate the Crucible. I think they like Gambit a lot, but they don't really mess with the Crucible. In Destiny 1, when they put in the Trials of Osiris or whatever, where there was like the scorecard, and you had to... effectively, you could only lose 3 times, and then you'd have to start from scratch, but you had to try to win, like, was it 7 or a dozen matches back-to-back to close out the scorecard? I loved that. Like, that was one of my favorite modes they put in. scratch that competitive itch for me. Pretty much, I know it looks like I'm just looking around randomly. What I'm doing is, if you look on the bottom of my screen, I have that compass. I'm just finding red dots on that, and I'm trying to find them through that, just to do this as quick as humanly possible. And I'm failing utterly at just navigating this place because of it. Control, yeah. I was okay at control, but yeah, deathmatch is really where I shine.
I got news on that final code. Looks like the top cheese in this little gang has it. You'll need to strategize before taking this one on.
Took some damage buffs. Now let's murder this dude. So that would be the strike boss, if you're wondering who we just killed. That's why he took more than 3 seconds of bullets. So yeah, for this you get the max reward if you can do it in under 8 minutes. We hit it in like 5. Yeah, 5 minutes, 5 seconds. You can't tell, I've got a little bit of a broken build, as well as like I'm a bit of a, I want to say a whale, but I'm really not. I'm like, I think I just passed level 400 last week, which is insane to me. I regularly will see people around 1200, 1400. I've seen a couple people over 2000. So really, comparably, I'm nothing. But compared to like just starting the game, I can murder every single thing in the base game. So fire the shot. I was just, yeah, I got very good at timing the fusion rifle out. I was okay with everything else. I think I used a Suros as the assault rifle. But yeah, the hands down fusion rifle was my carry. Used to play revolver, sniper, gunslinger. My go-to combo was one shot, high impact hand cannon, and one throwing knife. Nice. Yeah, the flaming throwing knife. So Hunter, right? Yeah. Trip mine grenades still used to stick to people. You could use the plasma sticks or whatever. I remember the Hunter, one of the Hunter subclasses had sticky grenades. Thorn was high rate of fire. Okay. Suros, yeah. Yeah, the Suros was all I ever really used for my assault or primary in that game. At least in Destiny 2, I will give them credit. I did, I don't care about any of that. I did at least get, other guns into play. Jesus Christ, man. Use your words, Mike. You got them. I guess what's the easiest challenges to just finish up here? I'm kind of, so on the bottom left of this map, you can see the events going on. Really, those are the best, like, bang for your bucks. I'm kind of just waiting. We just have to kill a 3-star and level up. Okay. I'm not going to bother leveling up if, I'm not close. I'm not close. Okay. We can get a 3-star guaranteed, though, if we go do this. At least I think it's a guaranteed 3-star. It might only be a guaranteed legendary. Cool. We're the last word in Thorn. Yeah. Yeah, that's exact. I remember, I was going to say, I don't remember it initially, but there became a point where it was like, all right, if you're playing in the trials, you have to use a minimal. Everyone just used Thorn. I don't know why I'm saying. No, it was only Thorn. Like in Destiny 1, at least. There was a series of that elimination event where I can just distinctly remember every single person in it would use Thorn as their primary. You'd see a little diversity in secondaries and heavies, but even that was usually, I can't remember what the heavies were. There was another, I think there was a rocket launcher that everyone used. I don't want to say it was the Gallarhorn because it's so distinctive, but it might have been, to be fair. Yeah, the Suros is all I ever used, and then I'd use the Thorn occasionally in multiplayer. I remember I got most of the main uniques, but I don't think I ever really bothered with them.
Our job is to escort these Brahmin to the other end of the tunnel. Expect resistance.
The rocket, the Gallarhorn's the one with crazy lock on, right? And like the cluster missiles that swarm as well. I can't remember if that. I think that's probably what the rocket would have been in multiplayer that was broken, right? I know the Gallarhorn distinctively from raids and strikes, and I just, for some reason, it's not sticking out as much in Crucible. So right now, I've triggered this quest. I know for a fact 3/4 of the way through it, it'll force a legendary spawn. They don't get attacked till they get to that first checkpoint, so right now I'm kind of just trying to quick check these side tunnels for this. There's 4 of these Blue Ridge crates throughout this tunnel. Here's what I'm looking for. Okay, no more in here. And here comes the first attack. Perfectly timed, I was say. Gallarhorn was best in PvE. Truth was best in PvP. Oh, Truth sound. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hung Jury Scout Rifle. There's another Scout Rifle that was really popular. I remember now that you mention it. Not Hung Jury. What was the other one? Not the multi-tool, because that was the fusion rifle combo one, right? This was still just like a normal bullet-driven one. I couldn't tell you what it was offhand though. Or is the multi-tool normal? If the multi-tool is not fusion, then that is probably it.
Nope, this is just the start. Don't let your guard down.
Was the scout rifle? Oh, yeah, just pretty much a DMR. Yeah, then that was it. That is exactly what I'm talking about then. What was the? I remember if you did the first raid, you could get an exotic. I mean, it was labeled as a scout rifle, but it effectively fired fusion rifle rounds. You know what I'm talking about?
Less dangerous line of work, Karen.
What was that? Vex Mythocaster? That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, no, you're right. The multi-tool was popular. That was used when people used Thorn. That was one of the few that could, like, compete. I already went through that tunnel. A D2 exotic? Oh, yes, that's true. A D2 is in Diablo 2, right? No, it was an exotic in Mythoclass. Thank you. Mythoclass. Yeah. You had to do the first raid, and it was like a small roll you could get it. I remember I did the first raid like a dozen times, and I never got it. It pissed me off.
Serious fight ahead.
Oh, it is in Destiny 2 as well?
More coming.
It was busted in Destiny 1. For a long time, it was like the only weapon used in Crucible. Like, people who had it just murdered everybody. That's, I think, when they buffed the Thorn, that's what finally dethroned it, was they buffed the Thorn and a couple other guns, and finally you started to see it decrease in use. They also nerfed it, I believe, as well, a little. Yeah, it was like it was the OG broken gun. And actually, I think it was they added the DLCs and raised the level cap, and you couldn't, like, it was stuck at one of the lower light tiers or something. So, like, it just pretty much became power crept by other weapons. If memory serves, this is... I'm talking back about stuff that I haven't played in years, so I'm sure take everything I say with a grain of salt.
Okay, stay back. It's set to blow.
I'm taking all these laser rifles from these bodies and plasma rifles because they have a shitload of plastic when you scrap them. Alright, here's where the legendary guy spawns. Oh, second legendary. This one right here is not guaranteed. But the one up there is guaranteed. Alright, so the caravan won't move until I hit a button here. I'm not gonna hit it yet because I want to make sure I get all those supply crates just to max my reward. Why am I overweight? Oh, we're on a daily ops still. I'm gonna actually leave this team and join the casual. There we go. The reason that increased my carry weight is I have herd mentality, which makes my mutations better the more people in the group I'm with or something like that. And one of the mutations I have increases my strength, so if I go to a bigger party, I get more strength. I don't care about you guys. Pulse rifles were good. Bad Juju comes to mind immediately. Remember that time? Yeah. Red Dead was a 2 pulse kill. Oh, I do remember that. Yeah, it healed you, right? If you killed or something as well. Red Death, I think, was what it was called. Or is it Red Dead? High caliber rounds is extremely hard. Yeah, and it heals. Yeah, sorry, I didn't. Just read down, Mike. Yeah, I do remember that one. We're gonna find these care packages, like I said before we continue. We'll spawn in these side tunnels. So, fingers. Oh, here's one. One more. Fingers crossed. We just run into it real quick. We got plenty of time, and like I said, those guys won't move till we hit that button. And on top of that, nothing will like come at them either until we hit that button because we already cleared the area. So there's really no threat. Alright, it can't spawn that far down, I'm pretty sure. Go. But yeah, look, I was saying I'm a whale, and I just joined a random team, 2 people over my level. I ain't shit. Alright, hopefully that guy hits the button. Looks like he's back in that room. Let's join him for the event reward. Red Death, yeah. Rodertat in German. That's really cool. Blink shotgun era though, yeah, shotguns I remember were big busted for a minute. Fellwinter's Lie. I think what was that first one you listed? Your first Icebreaker, I think, was probably my favorite. Just the regenning ammo for raids and strikes was so nice. That was the first regenning ammo gun I got, I think. Fellwinter, is that the one that did like extra damage if you crit, or did it restore ammo if you crit, or something along the lines? Fellwinter had a really good effect as well, right? I can't remember the effect of it. Now that you mention it, I feel like it came out after, right? Like it was in one of the DLCs and it became the new meta.
Being who we are.
Oh, it's a shotgun. The shotgun was your favorite sniper rifle? Okay. I don't know that I ever used Fellwinter's Lie then. Okay. Yeah, I probably didn't get it then. This will be where the next attack happens.
Die.
Across the map. I'm sure I was killed by it, but yeah, I don't think I ever used it. I was, like I said, I was so good. Like fusion rifles were so much my favorite that for Crucible, I very rarely would use anything other than them. Want some?
We need to hold up here. Watch our flank.
The dog's like, fuck this. Well, I guess the dog can live. I'm fine with that. There's something out of the group that makes it. The dog can be the one. Tell their story, pupper. Oh, I hear him coming back. He's gonna die. He made a bad choice. I tried to let him go. My other sniper rifle is a shotgun. Yeah, yeah. I think I might have had this conversation with you before, Nappy. I don't know. I did a report in like high school on like World War II era and like Cold War era like experimental weapons and prototype weapons for the U.S. And there was a shotgun round. And I mean, mind you, this is decades ago at this point. So again, take what I'm about to tell you with a grain of salt. But you can look it up on Wikipedia, I'm sure. But effectively, these shotgun rounds were called, I think, scimitar rounds was like the nickname for them. But it was like SC1MTAR round or TR rounds or something. I don't know. It was an acronym for something. But effectively, what it was they took steel plates, just rounded steel plates, and like with a hydraulic press, pushed them down to like almost like beyond razor blade levels of thin, and then they packed a shotgun shell full of these razor blades, and when they were testing them, they could fire it, and like I guess the blades were designed aerodynamically enough to the point where when fired, they would like picture like a discus spinning, like they'd fly like a saw blade effectively. And they fired it like the very first time they tested them. They fired it at a target, and like hey man, I'm gonna look this up because I'm gonna just give you guys all wrong information. We're gonna just look it up. We finished the event. We got time. Scimitar shotgun shells. So SCMITR was the acronym for it. Yeah, like I said, I knew it wasn't like the real spelling of scimitar, but effectively they said they weren't cost effective, but they had like a crazy fucking effect. So at 150 meters, they could hit within a 4-meter circle all of the individual blades in the shotgun, which is kind of ridiculous. But when I did the report, I swear the first test of it, the blades fired through the fucking wall of the test center. Like they fired through the target they were shooting at and then sliced like partially into like through the wall that of the building itself, which is just fucking insane. Yeah, it does have the special leveling system, but it caps out after a certain point. Wait, oh, it has to be a 3-star creature. The 3-star legendary we killed was a fucking raider. That's just irritating. You sons of bitches. I guess they are technically correct. The best kind of correct. If we can get to one violent night, that spawns one usually. I don't know that we can get there in time. I think I have a carry weight boost. Well, pepperoni will work actually. So yeah, they do have the special system. It caps effectively at level 50 though. And by that I mean you get effectively 50 points to split between all of the special lettering. And then every level you get beyond that, you still unlock perk cards and different perks, and you can upgrade your perks and combine them, as well as earn legendary perk coins, which is a whole separate system. But you still get a benefit from leveling up, but after level 50, you can't increase your stat total. So, like, effectively, you are limited to just 50 points between all of them. I think it does cap out to, like, 12 for any individual letter as well.
This is Dane Rogers with an automated alert. An unknown dangerous creature has been sighted.
It is very similar to Fallout. The one difference I'd say is luck doesn't increase your chance of getting better drops. It,
Call it the Night Stalker.
it's not running.
Our best guy. All it says,
Luck just gives you better chance of getting better durability on items you grab.
some beast could have put in our good time. So we're fixing
Can't tell if that's running or not.
and jamming on
So this event, we just have to make noise and monsters attack while that happens. And at the end, it should spawn a high level monster in here. Yeah, a lot of them are. I mean, I can pull them up right now. I don't really care. Like I said, we should be pretty safe. So, like, here's how I got mine split. So 15 is the max you can have in any skill. So, like, I have 15 strength, 15 intelligence, because this is carry weight, and this is how much XP you get. But yeah, here's, like, some of the cards. So, like, this heavy guns do 20% more damage. It's not, like, that's a decent amount, but then this, 20% more damage. 20% more damage. Like, you start to see how, like, the stacked effect can really start to add up. But, yeah, no, it's, if you enjoy Fallout, this game is playable now. Like, I'd say it's a lot better than the state it used to be. When it came out, there wasn't NPCs. Like, there was a couple robots, but no other living characters, like, other than enemies. Which is just insane, because it's a Fallout game. Like, if you played Fallout 4, you understand how ridiculous the idea of a Fallout game without NPCs or story plot devices is. So, yeah, no. It's come a long way from that point. Like, there are whole elaborate quest lines now, there's NPCs. The Brotherhood of Steel is here as of, like, the most recent major update. Like I said, I think next month they're putting in Pittsburgh as a new location or something like that. So they are still adding to it. Yeah, that's probably the right call, Helden. Like I said, I enjoy this game, but I admittedly am, like, desensitized to its flaws at this point. So it's more just I've always been here. I always will be. I was born by the broken mechanics, shaped by them. I didn't see a working game until I was a man. What's cool is all of these will be lootable, though, after I finish this event, so we'll get a lot of shit. I'm going to definitely be over encumbered. Alright, this is taking forever. I guess I'm gonna join into the noise making. Bloodborne? No. Is that the Souls game? Is that like Dark Souls? No, Demon Souls is the one. No, I don't. What's Bloodborne? I was gonna say, I know the name. I know nothing about it though offhand. I can't picture the game behind the name. Oh, it is the Souls game. Okay. Yeah, I think I do know it then. I've never played it, though. Is that the PlayStation exclusive one? That's Demon Souls, isn't it? Is Bloodborne the werewolf one? It's like the hunt, right? Yeah, I've seen a lot of gameplay. I've seen, like, what most of the bosses and stuff in that one look like. Yeah. I've never played it. I would love to. I love those games. I've never had a PlayStation good enough to play it. Last PlayStation I owned was the PS3, and like I said, even then, oh damn it, someone killed the big one before I even saw him. Last big one I owned was the PS3, and even then, I had already owned like an Xbox for a while. All my friends play Xbox. Effectively, I owned it for like 3 or 4 months, and then I ended up just selling it because it's like I don't use this. Like all the games that are coming out for it, like I'd rather have on the Xbox. And at the time, I'd played through all the exclusives that I had wanted, but since then, a bunch more of it. Want the fiberglass? Okay, I guess we can't have the fiberglass. Like I said, perfect game, no glitches. Can't take the screws. Good to know. So apparently, anything with 5 on it. Take a couple stim packs. Okay. Apparently, we can't take anything with a number. Why would? This is all the drugs. I want the drugs. Why wasn't that showing up? Whatever. Perfect game, flawless, no issues. I've not played Ghost of Tsushima. That's probably the one I've seen the least footage on. I don't think I care enough to keep looking for a legendary creature here, to be frank. The fact that the one from the Big Ben tunnel was a person kind of disappoints me immeasurably. I guess I could go launch a nuke, but that's kind of like an in-depth process. We guarantee a 3-star creature spawn, though. Is anyone else working on a nuke? No. No one's here. Where's the third? I'm missing one of the. Like, this one was Bravo up here, right? Where's Alpha? I don't see anyone in the nuke silos. I don't think anyone's working their way to a nuke. I don't know. What do you guys think in chat? Do we want to launch a nuke to get this last daily, or should I just say fuck it and swap over to Multiversus or Minecraft? We were born by the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Okay. Broken mechanics reminded me of it. We were born by the broken mechanics, made by the broken mechanics, undone by the broken mechanics. This is true. Nuke 'em? Alright. We do need to clear some weight, though, because we are, like, very close to being over encumbered. What am I fucking carrying, though, that is, like, got me so over encumbered? Sort by stack weight. Well, there's 30 pounds of 5mm ammo. That's not helping. 6 pounds of plasma cores. We can drop the 2 pounds of grenades. I don't have a grenade launcher. Oh wow, we're actually low on fusion cores. I'm gonna have to get some of those. Not right now, though. Dum-dum-dum. I have a shitload of beer I'm holding and alcohol. I can just drink all of it. Do you think this counts as a meat-based meal if I eat it raw? We're gonna find out. Oh, there we go. 14 spoiled meat. Get rid of that shit. We got a beer hat. Fuck yeah. Oh, it's because we're holding 24 fucking laser rifles. That would be why we're over encumbered, everybody. I've deduced the issue. Alright, just so I don't waste my time, we're gonna head to White Springs first. So you haven't seen this game, Helden. Okay, so effectively the premise of this game... Nappy, I don't know that you would have seen this either, right? That code is on the wall at Bethesda Nuke. In this game, if you played any of the other Fallout games, you know the Enclaves is like the corrupt leftovers of the U.S. government. they exist in this game as well. They've existed in this game since the release, even since before NPCs existed. In that picture, has anyone seen the first Resident Evil movie with the hive or whatever, and the like AI that traps all the zombies in the fucking Umbrella headquarters and kills everyone? This game pulled one of those moves. And the Enclave here had an AI system called, I think, like Mobius or something. And effectively, he just murdered everybody in the entire region that happened to be related to the Enclave over what he... Like, I don't remember. I think they hint, like, that pretty much the people here were just like, alright, Mobius is becoming too self-aware. And his response was like, Morbius. Maybe it's Morbius. Maybe that's what it is. But his response to like, oh, they think I'm too self-aware is I'll kill everybody. And so you find them in this really elaborate like quest line. Pretty much you can go to a fucking waste disposal site way off on the corner of the map. You're never sent there. There's nothing over there like related to anything. But if you go and wander into this place, first of all, there's death claws in there. There's like 3 or 4 death claws camped out in there, guaranteed. And if you find your way to the back of it, there's a dead body in there. Or maybe it's in one of the death claw dung piles. But you can find the remains of an Enclave soldier and his audio log that's like reporting like a hidden access to their base. Let me see what this is called. Modus. Modus is what it's called. But effectively, you can find out about them from this dead dude's audio log, and then you can do a whole elaborate quest line to pretty much get access to the Enclave, which is where we are right now. And you actually end up joining effectively the military for like the U.S. Army, or like effectively by like I guess signing paperwork, but like everything's dead and gone, right? I don't know where the fuck I'm wandering right now. Alright, we gotta go to command. Let's see here. It's been a while since I've launched one of these. But you end up working your way up the military chain. So, like, you join the military, and then you get an elaborate quest line where it's like, oh, pretty much gain your general stars by doing these random fucking missions and shit. And once you get promoted to general, you get access to the like nuclear launch codes and silos. Here we go. So this is where we're going right now. So we're heading to nuclear command. Is it Morbin time? God damn it. I thought that meme was already dead. I thought that had come and gone, boys. Sorry, hold on. I need to steal the Nuka-Cola. I like making grenades out of that. Okay, let's take a look here. Missile Silo Charlie, Bravo, and Alpha, I believe, are all launchable, is what this means. Alright, does this have Missile Silo Alpha on it? Where's Alpha? How was I missing that earlier? So they're all green. I think they're all good to go. So which silo do we want to launch from? Alpha's like right in here, right? How am I not fucking... I'll be honest, this is like start... Oh, right here. No. 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 This is honestly... Okay, thank God. That's starting to stress me out. It's one of those things like where you can't think of a word. I'm like, the fact that I can't find this is making my brain itch. Let's go to... I usually do Charlie. Let's try one of the other ones, I guess. Hey, Boom. Hope you're doing well, man. I marked the settlement on your map. Helden gets it. Yeah, you've played Fallout before. Well, this is, like I said, it's the Enclave, though, you're rising the ranks of. This aren't the militiamen. It's not... You're not the heroes of the story, so it's more like, hey, there's pests in this city. Go help our satellite align on the city so we can orbital strike the city. Or like, hey, our robot patrols are glitching out because they've been attacked by people or survivors or settlers or raiders. Go repair them so they can go back to killing things. Things of that nature. That's how you become a general. You know, Fallout's known for the subtlety. Yeah, but so like these nuclear silos, until you do that whole elaborate Enclave questline, you can't even go in them. Like, you have to have a bio scan of your hand as a general to be able to get access to this whole area. So there's a lot of like little neat caveats and features in the game. So alternatively, if we really wanted to just fuck with somebody, we usually, like I said, we're going to launch the nuke. These are not the synth guys. No, the synth guys I don't think exist at this point. So this is a precursor to the to Fallout 4 and Fallout 3. This is like the earliest game in the series by timeline, I believe.
Activating security system alpha.
This is you are one of the first vaults to let humans back out. Like, that's why at the release there was no NPCs, is because literally everybody was dead, was the premise. However, then you find out that not everybody was dead, and it's just fucking weird. Like I said, it's way better now that it has NPCs. It makes way more sense. Alright, to get by the first laser grid, we have to find an ID card. If memory serves. If you see anything that looks like an ID card or like something you can put in a card reader, I mean, this shit annoys me because it's just like background debris, but effectively like that. Well, there's a weight room usually in one of these. Oh, this looks like a good place. I feel like that's where I usually spot them, but I feel like a lounge would be a good area. Are you alive still? Okay, I was wrong. Oh, here's one. Alright. Oh, so this bunker is literally just a US nuclear silo. The premise of why there's robots infinitely spawning is effectively, I think, something along the targeting parameters of all the robots at this point has just failed or something. I can't really recall. Effectively, there's no way that they're not going to be hostile, and then the bunkers are set to auto-reproduce them to like keep a standard level or something. So I guess plot-wise, they spawn indefinitely and will try to kill you regardless of your status with the military. Eraser. I see you, dick.
Security teams to Sector Alpha.
There's a scanner that we gotta find. Here's that weight room I was talking about. Here it is. Effectively, though, every time you want to launch a nuke, you have to do this whole elaborate process where you pretty much, like, rewrite yourself into the mainframe and, like, pretty much have to every single time repeat these steps to, like, gain access to the actual launch console.
Additional security required.
This is the microtransaction Bethesda. Or something. Hey, you guys get it. Well, the thing was, it was like, that was their whole premise. Is like, you're the only ones alive. You're the only ones who have been, like, let out. That's why there's nobody else. And it's like, okay, I can understand it as a plot point, but the very first thing you do is you get a quest to pretty much interact with, hey, turns out there was a group that just survived called the Responders who were fighting this major threat that you're gonna need to now deal with in their stead. But like immediately upon release, your very first mission is you find out, oh, other people survived. However, between the time of them surviving Oh wait, I needed to go to the other room first. Between the time of them surviving and you being let out, whatever the existential threat was that faced them, killed them. All of them. So, like, people had survived. However, something more deadly and dangerous than the atomic bombs came and just killed every single person and group in this entire region. And, yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, we're immediately just discarding the entire point of why there weren't NPCs here for like a main plot point. And then immediately they wrote them back in because people were like, hey, this kind of sucks.
is in progress.
I know I'm going in a circle, but bear with me. I was going to say, I got to go back to that terminal I erased the card at. I don't have this. Here it is. Okay. But no, there's like a whole thing in this called the Scorch, which is effectively like a bat that, a bat in a mine that got nuked. Effectively... Okay, we got what we need. A bat in a mine that got nuked effectively mutated into this giant fucking monstrosity called a Scorch Beast. And, the part of the mutation was its dandruff that it has. It can mind control with it. So effectively, these giant fucking dragon-sized bats are going around this country, putting dandruff on shit and mind controlling it, and just spreading like a plague. Which, that's the threat that killed all the people. But the thing is, the very first mission, like I said, is you interact with the remains of their base, and it turns out, like, hey, they understood exactly what was happening with the Scorch Beast, so they made a vaccine. So they're immune to the dandruff, so they can't be mind controlled. And then they still all died anyway. But like the very first mission you do is you pretty much make that vaccine for yourself, and then that's like the premise in the game of why you can't be mind controlled by them. But it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, it worked perfectly for you, you're able to resettle everything, no problem. But the group that invented it, that were organized enough to create a vaccine off of this, all were murdered after they figured out a solution. Like, you know, plot devices. This explains it. I'll check it out later, Helden. I was gonna say I'm not gonna hop out just to watch it right now, but we'll check it later. Ready to die for your country, you commie? I do. The voice lines of the robots do crack me up.
Reactor breach detected. Security lockdown initiated. Bulkhead doors have sealed to limit contamination. And proceed to the reactor control station to initiate repairs.
These turrets are real fucking deadly. I see you, Ultron. Assaultron. Same thing. Alright. Do you not see what I did to your brothers? From the Fate universe, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Alright, now we have to repair everything in the room.
Reactor shutdown initiated. Verifying engineering credentials. Failed. Please stand by for security inspection. Security incident in the reactor area.
sure that the machine gun laser turrets aren't great for this pipe system. Whoever designed this. Jesus. Also, 30 in one room seems a bit excessive. Especially a radioactive room. Like... Who's coming through here? Alright, do we miss any pipes on this side? I didn't see any more, did you guys? Oh, I hear one. Oh, they're
Now
marked.
constructing
That's nice
additional
now.
security units.
Left.
Warning. 1 minute.
Oh, no, we got 'em all.
Automated system restart.
I hear one leaking still, though. Whatever.
Machine system restart. Successful. Reactor system integrity restored. Terminating security lockdown. Opening bulkhead doors. Please stand clear of the doors.
I don't think this is the right way. Like I said, I love the robot lines. Here we go. Wait, no, I'm backtracking. This door opened up as well. I don't know, honestly. You might be able to. Maybe as like a paid DLC. You might be able to get one as like a scavenger for you. Or at your camp. Well, you can tame animals, so you could tame a wild one technically, and just have it sit guard at your camp. Actually, I want to take these. I can't, apparently. Okay. Well then, smashy time.
Integrity at 100%. Fabricating replacement machinery now. Mainframe integrity at 75%.
Whoops. Broke my gun. Fine, we're fine. No, not with you. I guess, actually, I don't know. If you tame an animal, I've never really tamed animals, to be honest. So if you tame one, I know you can leave them at your base. I don't know if you can order them to follow you around. You might be able to, honestly. This gun's better.
Integrity at 50%.
Jesus. Okay, there we go.
Security teams to Sector Gamma.
Well, fuck me. Wrong door.
Mainframe integrity compromised.
Hey, that's enough.
Aborting security protocol.
I have not. Is it good? I feel like I haven't watched internet. The name sounds super familiar, so I feel like I have. Can you give me some other examples of some other stuff? Because I feel like I had to have seen some of the content. Like, that name sounds insanely familiar, but I'm completely drawn a blank. Wait, this is the wrong way. I definitely have not seen their 76 though.
Detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated.
It's opening the door, pal. I remember when this game first came out, for like doing this nuke run, like you almost needed like a 4-man team to get through where we're going. Like you had to like actually coordinate and work together, and now it's just like, oh yeah, I can just run it. Like it'll take some time to run through just because I get lost, but there's not really any danger to it. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think the game itself is like 6 years old. So it makes sense. It makes sense. Why is this room locked? I guess for this. Okay, I didn't want to actually have to think. Hold on. Oh, we don't have to yet. Okay, it's just this one left then. Robot control system. Please. Oh, doesn't work anyway. Okay. Well, glad we bothered doing that. What do we got in here? Oh, hey, big guy. That's cute. Didn't they explode? Thought that they did. What? Boom! Oh, fuck me! Hey, Legendary 3, does this count as a creature? No. Scrap some of the... Oh, I guess we only had that. Ooh, fusion cores, I'll take. Yes, please. Alright, so in here we're looking for these like circuit board looking deals. Right here's one. Pretty much what we've been breaking. So it made me mad that I couldn't take that other one. You can only smash them. Here's another.
Secure incident in the storage area.
Can I go in here? Oh, thank you. Excuse me. There's nothing in here. Oh, there is one.
Anomaly detected.
That one was already dead. I'm sorry, just the dramatic fall over cracked me up. Oh man, that's good. Here we go.
Assembling reinforcements. Unscheduled maintenance activity in the storage area. Requesting security response.
We need 15. We have 2 in. Oh, it tells us on the top right now. Cool. Worst case scenario, I can just repair these damaged ones. I just would rather not waste the materials. Auto crack so much. Free points, yeah, for sure, Kumo. Hope you're doing well, man.
Assaultron class combat.
Additional security required.
Everyone I found was toxic. Oh, yes. there's some fucking rotten sons of bitches in this game. Don't get me wrong, I love this game, but there are some insanely toxic people. The PvP system of this game is pretty screwy, for sure. Oh, here's it. I have enough friends that play it, so I didn't have to rely on the randoms. Yeah, no, yeah, really toxic. I understand. Hey, Heldon, yeah, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by, man. Quit. No, we're gonna change games after we launch this nuke. We're just finishing our dailies. But no, there's the way PvP works in this game is at least now, I don't remember quite how it worked at the start, but you have to shoot somebody and then they have to shoot you back to trigger full damage PvP. And until that happens, you can shoot someone indefinitely, harass them, and not really ever kill them. That being said, I know back in the day there was a couple broken builds that could kill people even without doing full damage. But then they nerfed that, so that can't really happen anymore. But that being said, people realized if you take a workbench in this game, if another person goes into it and challenges you for control of it, even if you don't care or you just want to concede control, it still triggers PvP between you and them for full damage. So people, if they catch you in one of your workshops, which God forbid you're just getting resources or something from it, they can pretty much immediately trigger full damage PvP and just instantly murder you and troll you and harass you. And I've run into that quite a bit. And some of the builds in this game, there's nothing you can do against them in reality. Like, as soon as they hit you, you're gonna die. They just do so much damage. And it's like, you can get an occasional killing, but there's no real benefit to killing it or like trolling people in this game. So it's like, effectively, you're banging your head against a wall against somebody who doesn't care, like, regardless of what happens. So it's one of those lose-lose. We're going backwards. But yeah, no, there's some good people in here. Like, we're in here, but definitely I know exactly what you're describing when you're like, oh yeah, there's some shitheads as well. Oh, no worries. I mean, sorry, yeah, no worries. Talking about the toxicity. No, I get you. Either way, though, I am still planning on swapping. I was gonna say completely unrelated. Alright, we're just gonna repair some because I don't care that much. This is taking too long. We need a tinker's bench. It was through here, wasn't it? No. Next one. Nope. I don't think I've been in this room. Oh, of course, this is the one with it.
A level 4 security event is in progress.
Alright, quest items. Mainframe core. We need 9 more. I didn't realize it was just circuitry and steel. That's like nothing. I should have just done that from the start. Oh well. Yeah. Oh no, Kumo, I understand completely, dude. Especially, like I said, on launch, this game was a lot more broken and a lot more toxic. I got suspended from Xbox Live for a weekend because of this game. Early on, there was White Springs Golf Course. Used to be a early farm spot for a lot of people, and me and a couple buddies would always go there and farm this place. And whatever reason, I don't know what it was about that place, but other people who went to farm it would just get fucking livid if you were in it. Like, they were unwilling to share, unwilling to like compromise, and it would always like, they'd just try to harass you pretty much until you left. And it always pissed me the fuck off. And we got to the point where like we were pretty strong, like we were using a lot of these good mechanics and stuff, so we we got pretty powerful and had good gear, so we were like, fuck these guys, we can hold our own. But I can remember getting in a fight with these 4 guys who were trying to harass us out of the spot. And, we had been farming it for like a good 20 minutes, and then they came up, and so it's like, we were there first, they start trying to harass us. And one of them had this broken build. I can't remember what it was, but whatever weapon he had was a one-tap kill. It might have been like a black powder rifle or something. But he had the ability to one-tap any of us when he hit us. So they are trolling us hard, and just like, we have good shit, they're still just one-tapping us. Nothing we can really do about it. But we're killing them occasionally. But the end result of this is, the only thing you lose when you die is you drop all the junk you're carrying. Oh, hold on, let me clear the room first. And, ooh, that's actually a threatening one. Effectively, we had lost several, like, we had been farming when they showed up, remember, so we had junk on us, they had nothing on them. So, effectively, immediately, we lose stuff, they've lost nothing, and they're just harassing us. It's like, whatever, it's just junk, it doesn't matter too much. But we're fighting back, and there's one of these computers I think I can take control of the turrets in the room, which would just be convenient as all hell. But anyway, we're trying to kill them back. We're struggling. They've definitely, like, we've lost stuff they haven't. We get to a point where we're just like, fuck this, we're done. We're just going to call it a night. But in the meantime, I've crafted Nuke grenades, which are the strongest grenades in the game. I don't know if I have any on me. I've demonstrated them before on stream. They're just really good. I don't have any on me. Effectively, they're just the strongest grenade in the game. They have a crazy high explosive damage and then radiation damage as well, I think. And I had like 3 of them. And those guys killed us all. I respawned, I ran back to where our bodies were, and they were all in the same room looting our body. And I just chucked all 3 Nuke grenades in through the window and killed all of them instantly. And ran in, I didn't steal, I ran in, I took all of the junk from everybody who had died, because, like, that's what you can do, that's the only thing you can take. And then I quit. I logged out because we were done for the night. I'm like, yeah, fuck those guys. Like, serves them right. Like, and mind you, again, nothing on them is theirs. All the junk they're holding, all the stuff they have, they've gotten from our bodies. So it's not even like I'm taking from someone else. It's like, no, I'm just dispensing justice and taking back my shit. And so anyway, I take all the junk, I log off, and I go to a different game. And one of these guys messages me like, hey, give me all that junk. Give me all my shit back right fucking now. Like, swears at me like 3 times. I'm like, I've messaged him back. I'm like, maybe I'll use all this junk to craft a single fuck to give. And he reported me for saying that, and I was banned for a weekend. Like, I was so mad. I tried to file like a complaint. Like, look here's the, like, because I had recorded the like the setup because they were being that toxic, like when they first started harassing us. I sent out a recording of like, hey, here's the opening harassment, here's the opening message from him to me. Like, there's no fucking reason I should be the one banned over this. But no, Fallout 76 to date is, yeah, one of, I think, about 2 games I've ever had like even a temporary ban because of. And I would argue it was strictly because of the toxicity of the people we ran into. So we're going to start the launch here, though.
Launch prep sequence initiated. All personnel take your station.
Also a sneaky bastard.
All personnel to station.
Yeah, sneaking helps.
Launch crew chief.
Assassin's Creed skills came into play. Yeah, I'm not sneaky is my thing. I just bum rush and like subtlety is not my strong suit. But yeah, no, there's some seriously toxic people in this game. What annoys me about the toxic people in this game too is there's legitimately nothing to gain from it. Like, you get the junk a person was carrying, like the junk, not their money. You don't get really XP. You get a bounty on your head, and they're garbage. And it's like, that's if they're carrying any garbage. They might not be carrying any. And then you get nothing. You're just an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. And yet, admittedly, there's a shitload of trolls on this game. This is one of the games where it annoys me to no end that people do it. 'Cause it's like, you gain nothing. Like, you are just a piece of shit. Like, that's all you are. Yeah, nades are a lot of fun. Yeah, I always... So, my favorite, if I swap weapons, I love to max out, like, explosive damage buffs, and then heavy weapons buffs, and then use explosive heavy weapons, like miniguns with exploding rounds and shit like that. But because I run all the explosive buffs, therefore, if I throw grenades, they fucking melt shit as well. So this mode right now, what I have to do is effectively defend various checkpoints as these robots prep the missile for launch. Problem is this. Some of them will just spawn being attacked, and there's no way for me to really know that. Once they're all in this room, it's a lot easier to control. Yeah, see, this guy got killed before he got out of the room.
Progress has slowed.
It's irritating.
Chief Telemetry Officer active.
Remember near the launch of the game where people glitched into the secret room to get the best guns in the game? I was gonna say, wasn't it like there was a unique set of power armor or something? Just like in the presidential bunker or something? I do remember hearing about that. I never did it myself, but I do remember hearing about people doing that.
Chief Guidance Officer.
You got this, propulsion officer.
Chief Targeting Officer.
Limp to victory, my friend. It's funny also to me that all the chief officers are like incomplete robots. It's like, seriously, these are the ones you're gonna cheap out on? The ones in charge of the nukes? Hey Kendra, hope you're doing well, friend. May or may not have gotten banned for that, JK. So what was in there then, Kuma? Like, did you do it or no? Because if you did do it, I would be curious to know what was in there. I heard it was like a unique power armor skin or something like that. But I don't remember it. This was, yeah, 6 years ago. There's also, I remember at the start, a bunch of people figured out how to like dupe items. So a bunch of people like duplicated thousands and thousands of like the most valuable scrap material, and would just drop them in. Like they figured it out, and then it was like, all right, they blocked the way to do it. However, there's a rumor they're gonna start banning accounts based off what's in their stash, and so then they just started running around the game, dropping it in random containers so that other people would grab it, and then like innocent people would get banned too, pretty much, so that pretty much they wanted to put the game in a state where it's like you can't just universally ban everyone with thousands and thousands of it in their stash because some people innocently just stumbled on it. I don't know whatever ended up happening with that, but I do know I had a buddy who found like 17,000 screws or something in a tool bench or something. Who died? Oh, you bitch. Wait, who got killed? Okay, this guy. So over here, it looks like.
Launch prep complete.
Oh, don't need
All
it.
systems nominal. Standing by for final authorization.
Okay, okay. Trying to remember the order I gotta do this.
Access denied. Please insert new.
Oh, let me look up the launch code. There's another feature. The launch codes change weekly. Like, you're supposed to find these in game, but everyone just puts the code online and then you pull it from there. But I do remember the first time launching a nuke, like trying to decipher this fucking code, being such a bitch. Which bunker did we go to? Bravo, okay. Alright, so we'll do this first.
Key card accepted. Key user credentials expired. Please enter new launch code.
Oh, we gotta do this though. Zero 055.
Access granted.
Okay, now we're ready. Oh, okay. That's a shame that people got paid. Well, I can understand multiple sides of that. I was gonna say, cause like once they figure out how to break the game and like they've shown willingness to, it's like, okay, well, where's that stop? What's the blast radius on this? Okay, that's not where we want. We want here-ish. Well, I do want to catch that forest. Perfect. There's like a shortcut exit in here. I always can't find. They move. You got a 3-minute head start. There's no way you ever hit a player that's paying attention. I've seen AFK players get hit, and there's an achievement for getting hit by one, so some people will intentionally go under it, but no one ever really stays under them. You could hit a player's camp, though, is probably the best you could do to like troll someone, but even then I've seen players who have their camps targeted just leave the game, so it doesn't really matter. It's like, so you guys saw, it's like a, even if you know what you're doing, even if you're over leveled, it's like a 20 to 30 minute grind to launch one. I mean, I'm sure you can knock that down if you like memorized it and shit and like speed ran it, or if you had a group, but most people for the amount of effort you have to put into firing one, I feel like most people don't bother. Especially because, like, the gains you get. So the area we nuked is the Scorch Beast Queen Den. So effectively, we're going to spawn the boss of the original game with where we launched that. Just for the, pretty much the payout return. We'll go and watch the nuke touchdown. There are some hot spots people will do. So there's 2 events right now that can be triggered by a nuke. The one is the Scorch Beast Queen, which we're doing, which spawns in like the super bat dragon monster I told you about. The other one is Earl. It's effectively I don't know if you've ever seen like a Wendigo in any of the Fallout games, but effectively it's 3 of them that morph together in a mine. And if you nuke that mine, you can do a raid on him, and he's the harder and the newer of the 2. However, the return you get for him is pretty much the same as this, so it's like you might as well just do the quicker of the 2. But, there are places in the game, though, where people like to farm mobs and shit, or like plants, and some people will nuke those spots because you can, when you nuke a normal spot, all the creatures in the area mutate and become stronger, more XP versions of themselves, and also you can get stabilized flux, which is one of the highest like crafting materials in the game from fighting stuff like that. And so yeah, people will nuke high density areas just to farm stuff as well. And usually you'll see people pop up all around here because this nuke site, it's just free XP and items. But if you see those high density areas nuked, you'll still see people pop up, just not as many because the boss raids are just easier and quicker. But yeah, people will still go through them pretty actively for the material. In this game, nuking isn't so much a troll, like it's actually really just beneficial, like you get most of the best stuff in nuke sites, so... Oh, we have to reload right when he lands, really? That's terrible timing. Or she lands. So the gun I have right now, the effect on it is extra damage when you're mutated, I believe. Extra damage when you're aiming down the sight, and each consecutive hit does more damage. So it's a fucking minigun that fires about 1 million rounds a second. You can start to get an idea of the scale of damage we can pack out. This, mind you, is supposed to be a raid boss. This is supposed to be something you fight with, like, I don't know, 12 people. There's like 5 of us here. That being said, we're not, like, there's way more broken builds. I'm not running any of the highest damage ones. If you run a bloodied build with pretty much a similar build to what I'm doing with bloodied, where you have less HP, you can get probably like 10 times the amount of damage I can output. Someone's got a cryo gun. That's good. Makes it easy to hit him. Flying off right now. There's she. Got Queen right in the name. He. Headshots for days. I wish I could see his life bar right now, because I guarantee we're fucking shredding. Yeah, so the game's clearly perfect, right? We're not losing frame rates or glitching at all right now. Yeah, the game struggles to run some of the bigger stuff. Also, the reason the Scorch Beast Queen is moving so slow is not a frame rate issue. It's that cold effect. Someone's got a cryo weapon, so they're constantly inflicting a cold, like, status debuff on it. But yeah, so you see the timer on the top right, the event Scorch Beast Queen. So we just killed her in about 4 minutes-ish. I can remember on launch, it would literally, you would have runs where you'd have the entire server here fighting her, and you would run like a 29-minute run. Like, you would literally bring her down in like the last 30 seconds of a run. And there were some where she would just leave, like you just wouldn't be able to get the damage you needed. It's ridiculous, like how much more broken everything has gotten because people have just like scaled their levels. Like I said, I feel like I'm overpowered in this game, and like there's people in here with level 1000, level 2000 characters, like we're barely a quarter of that. Like, it's insane some of the builds you can make in this. You follow me all the way here? Alright. That should, I think, complete our dailies for the day here. For people to kill and stuff. So that was the thing though, is in the original game, if you did that, you wouldn't get to loot this stuff. You had to hurt them, unless you had turrets. Turrets, if they killed something, everyone in the area could loot. But otherwise you had to hurt them. And like this boss we just killed, in the original game you had to do like X amount of damage to it to be able to get the reward from it. So if you tried to come here as like a level 4 player, you wouldn't even be able to inflict enough damage to get on the reward table. But I think one of the more recent patches they've made it so that if you're in an area, any legendary thing that gets killed, which is really only the stuff you want to loot anyway, you still get credit for it even if you're just near it. And everything else, I think you still have to shoot, but I don't think it's like a set damage amount. We will swap games here, though. We'll go to either Multiversus or Minecraft. We got our dailies, that's all I was doing on here.